Hey everyone, Daniel here. Welcome to my channel for a new model building video. In the next 30 minutes, I'll show you how I started building this amazing Ferrari F355 GTS model produced by Fujimi. If you enjoy modeling and are curious about how this model will turn out in the end, stick around and watch the video until the end, as there are many interesting things to see during the building process. In the first part of this video, you can see the unboxing of this car model. The box is very appealing, and the image of the car on the box reminds us of how exotic this car truly is. The body of this model is decent, with some molding lines that I will have to sand down, but the overall impression is good. The model is quite simple, without too many parts to be assembled and no engine, so it is a curbside. The undercarriage is quite simple, just a few suspension elements to be painted and installed. Clear parts are a bit disappointing because they're a bit hazy and is visible in the video that the windshield is already scratched. I will try polishing it a bit later and see if I can fix it or not. The interior bay is the most disappointing part, as there is absolutely no detail for the door panels and the rest of the components have minimal details. The wheels look very good and will significantly contribute to the final appearance of the model. The decals are yellowed, and later I found out that they are very fragile and they can get damaged very easily. The instructions are quite straightforward, nothing complicated. Parts and their locations are shown very clearly, so there's no chance of making any mistakes. Now it's time to prepare the body for the painting process. I have started by removing all the unnecessary sprues from the body with my precision scissors, and after I have detached all the separated body elements from their support frame. According to the manual, I should install all these elements after painting, but I have learned from my previous models that this is a terrible idea. One single drop of glue in the wrong place on a painted surface can lead to a total disaster and might end up stripping the whole model and repaint. I use a high-grade file to sand down all the attachment points of the parts until they were completely removed. After that, I used a fine-grade sanding sponge to smooth out all the surfaces. Once I finished sanding, I glued all the body parts together using plenty of Tamiya extra thin cement for a solid and lasting bond. An interesting fact about the Ferrari F355 GTS is that it is one of the most iconic Ferraris of the 1990s, celebrated for its perfect balance of engineering, design, and driving emotion. The car features a Targa-style removable roof, allowing for the thrill of open-air driving while maintaining structural rigidity. Under the rear deck lies a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine that produces approximately 380 horsepower and can rev up to 8,250 revolutions per minute. This engine is one of the most advanced of its era, utilizing a 5-valve per cylinder design that provides exceptional breathing efficiency, with a specific output of around 109 horsepower per liter. The next step in the preparation process is to mark the molding lines with a black marker for better visibility, ensuring that no lines are missed. After marking all the lines, I sanded them down using a high-grade nail file until all the marker lines were gone. This indicates that the lines have been completely removed and will not show up after painting. After sanding all the lines, I began smoothing the entire model with a fine-grade sanding sponge to create a matte surface for better adhesion of the primer and paint. More interesting facts about the real car. The F355 GTS is also a collector's favorite, with only 2,577 units produced worldwide, making it significantly more exclusive than other versions. Today, it stands as a highly desirable modern classic, combining analog driving purity with advanced engineering. At this step, I made a mistake that I only noticed after finishing the model and watching some YouTube videos of others building the same model. Unfortunately, by that time, it was too late to make any corrections. The air vent attached to the door has some rough lines and a noticeable gap between the element and the body line. I could have easily fixed this with some plastic putty in a short amount of time, but I was so excited about building the model that I completely overlooked this detail. I wasn't satisfied with the closed venting lines for the engine, so I decided to open them. To make the lines visible from the inside, I used an LED lamp, as shown in the video. Then, using a small drill, I began to shave the plastic where the vents should be. Unfortunately, I ended up damaging the engine cover in 2 places, so I had to repair it with plastic putty. The next component to prepare was the underside of the model. I started by removing the part from a sprue along with the pieces related to the bottom section. I glued the 3 elements together, then performed a test fit with the body shell to identify any potential misalignments in advance. I sanded the undercarriage thoroughly and then wiped all components I wanted to paint with isopropyl alcohol to remove all dust particles. After finishing with the sanding and wiping the body, it was time for the paint. First is the primer. I applied a total of 4 layers of Mr. Surfacer 1500 Black as primer. For this model, I chose a stunning metallic blue from Mr. Hobby. I really love this color, and it looks fantastic on this Ferrari. To achieve optimal coverage, I applied a total of 5 layers of paint, thinned with Mr. Hobby leveling thinner. After I finished painting and the paint had completely dried, I began applying all the necessary decals to the body. I chose to do this before spraying the clear coating because it helps prevent accidentally removing the decals while cleaning or from UV damage in the future. In a small plate, I poured a little warm water to help the decals detach from the support paper more easily and quickly. Recently, I purchased a new decal setter and softener from Mr. Hobby, and I was eager to try them out. Now, I finally had the chance. The decal setter works amazingly well, and the softener does its job, helping the decals fit perfectly on the desired surface. When the decals started peeling from their paper, I began placing them in their designated locations. Using my tweezers, I positioned them carefully and made a few adjustments to ensure they fit perfectly. Then, I used a cotton bud to absorb any excess water. See how the softener comes in handy. Once applied, it will soften the decal and force it to follow all the shapes of the surface where it was placed. Now it's time to apply the clear coating. As usual, I will use my Automotive 2K Clear. I applied a total of 4 layers to ensure that the gloss is perfect and that I have enough coating for sanding. I began by applying a first layer of clear coat dry. Gradually, I increased the amount of clear coat being applied until I achieved a perfect, shiny surface. I like using this clear coating because it is self-leveling and scratch-resistant, helping to keep my models looking new for a long time. It is recommended by the producer to let the coating dry for 24 hours before sanding or polishing. However, to ensure that everything is perfect, I decided to let it sit for 48 hours just to avoid any surprises. After the 48-hour drying time, I moved on to the next step, sanding and polishing. The clear coat is looking very good, but unfortunately, I don't have a paint booth, making it impossible to keep my models free from dust and dirt. As a result, I need to polish them. I started with a 2000 grit sanding sponge to remove all the high spots and debris caught in the clear coat, and then I gradually increased the grit up to 5000. For the polishing process, I used my usual 3-step automotive polishing compound system. I started with a high-grade paste combined with a wool pad to remove all the heavy scratches. Next, I moved on to a medium-grade paste with a medium-density foam pad. Finally, I finished with a soft-grade paste paired with a gentle foam pad to achieve a perfect shine. The result is amazing. This blue is very beautiful and suits this model very well. It is actually my favorite color, and after the polish, it looks like a premium model car. As a final touch for the body, I wanted to make the Ferrari logo stand out. To achieve this, I used some UV resin. I applied a small drop with a toothpick, ensuring it was evenly spread across the entire surface of a logo. I then cured it with a small UV lamp for approximately 2 minutes. The results are remarkable. Now that the body is finished, I can move on to the interior. The first task is to place the decal with the dashboard gauges in its designated spot. Unfortunately, because the decal is old and fragile, a small corner got broken. While it's not noticeable, I know it's there, and I'll have to live with that. If you've made it this far and haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Your support really motivates me to create more videos and share my experiences with you. I encourage you to use the comment section to share your thoughts about this model, any ideas you might have for doing things differently, or any other thoughts about scale modeling in general. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. The second part is coming soon. See you next time.